Hey friends, so if you are feeling like you're failing to achieve the results that you want to achieve in your role as a manager, then you'll definitely want to stick around for this topic today because I'm going to be sharing what the key is to the successful outcomes that I know you want as a people manager. So definitely hit the like and subscribe button and let's get into this. Hey there friend, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new around here, well, my name is Mac and I'm a leadership coach, but I actually work specifically with first-time team managers and helping them to become effective leaders. So like I said, today what I want to do is discuss just one key ingredient that I know will make a world of a difference for you. So here's the deal. I have been noticing a trend as of lately in the comment section of some of my videos. A lot of you are saying that, you're trying all sorts of strategies and all sorts of tips, but nothing is really yielding you the results that you want. Now, I will say that some of this is because you're taking high-level advice and you're applying it to your very nuanced situation. So for example, I'm giving you very high-level advice here on YouTube, just like anywhere else you would find, because I actually haven't gotten a chance to talk to you, so I don't actually really know what the specific situation is that you're going through. So some of it is because, like I said, high-level advice is never always going to work perfectly for a nuanced situation. But I think also a lot of it is because we're not doing things with consistency. So a long time ago, I read this book called The Road Less Stupid, which is honestly one of my favorite books. And I know I've mentioned it on this channel quite a few times before. Now, I know it is an entrepreneur book. It's meant for business owners. But I actually read it when I was back in corporate as a first-time people manager. And the reason I did that was because at the time, I think I told y'all, I was reading all sorts of leadership books, but I found them so boring, right? It was all talking about the same things, how to motivate your team, how to have a difficult conversation, how to do a performance improvement plan, or whatever the case might be. And not that I'm saying I didn't need to know how to do those things. I obviously needed to know how to do those things, but I've always been the type of person that really values a variety of perspectives and seeing things from different angles because it just helps you to critically think and be creative as opposed to doing it exactly the same. I've just always been that type of person that likes to think a little bit outside the box to figure out how I can deal with a scenario. And so I read this book and I absolutely loved it. In fact, one of the things that he says in this book is what I want to share with you today, which I believe will make a world of a difference. So Keith Cunningham, this author of The Road Less Stupid, he says, "Do the ordinary things consistently and you will produce extraordinary results." Sometimes I think that we think as humans that it's one strategy or one tip or one conversation that is going to drastically change our results. And sometimes that's the case, but more often than not, it is the consistency of those ordinary things that make a difference. So it's not just you having one conversation with a team member that doesn't respect you that will change things overnight for you. It's going to be the conversation, which is a start, and then you applying trustworthy behaviors in the day-to-day that will eventually turn things around. It never works that you just do something once and then all of a sudden you're able to see all this success from it. It's the consistency, it's the compound effect of your consistency that makes a difference at the end of the day. So let's talk about the two areas that I've seen in the comment section below where y'all have talked about some issues, some friction points that I believe requires the seasoning of consistency in order for you to see results. So number one is planning. A lot of y'all are saying that you're feeling burnt out, that you're operating in chaos, and that you don't know your head from your foot type of thing. And I will say that yes, being busy is, a component of management. Of course, you have more responsibility. And so, yeah, you have a lot more on your plate. However, I will say this, operating in chaos is no place to be for a people leader. It is one of the worst things. If you're operating in chaos, and that's telling me that you're ineffective at what you're doing. And so if you want to become effective, if you want to become proactive instead of reactive, then you got to get a plan in order, right? I think it was last year or maybe a couple months ago. I can't remember. No, it was probably last year because we're in April now. So it was last year I did a video where I kind of outlined some of the rituals that I follow in order to ensure that I'm planning out my week appropriately so that I am being proactive with the things that I'm doing. I think the key, besides like planning it out, is to be consistent. So seeing as though it's about the consistency, one of the things that you want to commit to doing is commit to planning out your day and your week consistently. Don't just do it as soon as you hear the video and you're like, this sounds like a great idea, I'm gonna try it, and then fizzle out. No, you have to consistently do it in order to see the results. Same thing goes with that 4 quadrants of time video that I had done, again, I think it was last year, right? Some of you are doing it just once and not applying it consistently, which is why you're not seeing the results of moving from being reactive to proactive. So I want to encourage you to go back, first of all, and watch those videos again, and then see how you can like embed this as a ritual or as a habit in the day-to-day, so that you're constantly like planning out your day, planning out your week, planning out your hours, time batching, time blocking, doing all those things consistently so that you'll see the results over time. The other place where I'm seeing there is a little bit of a lack of consistency from the comment section is with regards to problem solving. So some of you are saying that you're having a difficult time in the day-to-day focusing on what you need to do because you feel like you're always responding to other people's problems, right? Now, I've talked about this before in one of my previous videos, which I'll link for you in the corner and in the description box below, where I've talked about this concept of giving people back their monkeys, right? That we don't want to be solving problems all the time for people, that we want to help them and enable them to solve their problems. So I got to ask you, are you experiencing this overload of people asking you questions because they're untrained, or is it because you are not consistent in giving them back their monkey? Like, are you sometimes redirecting them and sometimes answering it for them? Like, what are you doing? Because if you're doing it like half here and there, then people are not gonna like get the point and they'll still continue to come to you for everything. So you just have to apply it consistently. Like, if you feel as though someone has the proper training, that they're confident enough that they have everything they need to solve this problem, then be consistent in your efforts of giving it back to them and helping them to solve it instead of you doing it for them. You know what I mean? So like I said, those were the 2 areas that I've noticed in the comment section below where there's lack of consistency, I think, is causing some of your issues. Now, I do know that some of it is with regards to like team dynamic stuff, but again, like I said, so much of it is nuanced, so I don't want to give you like high-level advice and then not like have it work out for you because it's so high level. But if it is something that you want to solve this year, then definitely check out the link in the description box below for the New Manager Accelerator Program, because the New Manager Accelerator Program is where I prioritize my students and I'm able to give them that nuanced advice and guidance that they need to deal with whatever scenarios or situations that they're dealing with. Okay, so if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, definitely click on the link in the description box below and apply and book your call to learn if the accelerator program is a good fit for you. All right, well, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you do not miss out on any other content that I share on this platform every single week. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Huge virtual hug. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.